Women have been on the vibration technology train for decades.
Did he have the legendary wrench that I've heard he had?
What's Dean got to do with it?
It's not really the dick, it's the balls.
Oh.
Talk with Loch. I knew I'd get it in, James.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a Dean.
I'm coming in there with a two-finger cul-de-sac. I'm going to tickle them pink, and they're going to get a dose of Bondzee.
To me, relationships are like a leash, and
Yours didn't go well, right?
No.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0.
Let's start right out. Hey, what happened?
Hi there, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. My name is Dean. Jays just took the lead in the bottom of the 10th. 3-2 over the Yankees. Opening day, everybody. Opening day. Jays up 3-2. Nothing makes me happier than having something to watch in the afternoon that isn't on Netflix and is a live sporting event. Jays up 3-2 in the 10th. Should end that way. Jordan Romano just came out. He was fucking unbelievable. Anyway, hi, everybody. It's opening day, and welcome to the program. My name is Dean. We got a ton of guys in today, which is cool. We're down in Tennessee today. We're down in Little Rock, Arkansas today. We're in Vancouver today. We're in Edmonton today. We're in Killaloe, Ontario today. And in Toronto today. So we're kind of all over the place. So let's introduce everybody. Welcome to the program. Our contingent, Bondzee from Trippin' with Bondzee at deanblundell.com. We're going to check in with him. Greg Bond sold all his shit. Now he's in a Prevost bus driving around like a meathead in the United States of America.
What a great idea.
It's called the Midlife Crisis Tour, actually. We'll get to that coming up in just a second. Ryan
It's his
Hank
third
from the
midlife.
PP1 podcast. Ryan, how are you, buddy? Good to see you.
I've got 2 hands and 2 feet. It's going great.
Good. He's a great follow on Twitter, by the way. If you don't, Ryan Hank on Twitter. We'll talk to him a little bit. It's trade deadline because we're going to get to that and some hockey stuff today. We'll get to some Leafs stuff. We'll get to some Taylor Hall Bronys stuff because Lachlan Cross is here from 95.7 Cruise FM. It's a good day when he shows up. Always good to see you. He's coming. He's coming. He's his day job. He's waiting for a delivery, and he's going to be here in a second. I told him just join anytime because we got lots of guys. Yeah, it's not code for drugs, dude. It's not code for drugs.
Why wouldn't you just say, I'm waiting for the armoire to be
Speaking of drugs, please welcome James DeFiore to the podcast as well.
Hey, there was a number of segues there. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, I am too. Anyway, guys, good to see you. I just wanted everybody to know that the Jays are up 3-2 on the Yankees right now. As I pointed out, they're in the top of the 10th inning, 2 out, and my man Kevin Biggio is up. With a guy on second. They might stretch out the lead today. Does anybody watch the Blue Jays?
Absolutely.
Everybody just fucking
in the playoffs.
Absolutely. And if
you don't watch regular season shit?
Very rarely, to be honest with you. There's too many games.
Count.
Yeah.
You don't count it.
If it's on, I'll put it on. I like that 30-minute thing to get the game done in 30 minutes on the weekend.
Jays in 30, then you're not a fan. Then you're not really a fan.
I'm not a huge baseball fan.
Okay, so over to Ryan. Ryan's a fan. Did you watch any opening day? Tell me you've got it on. I mean, it's fucking an extra inning games on opening day. Are you kidding me?
I love it. And then the fact that they're beating the New York Yankees, I have no time for the New York Yankees. So this is the season where the Jays are going to be a little bit better. They're not going to win it all, but they're going to finally be a team that we can get excited about again. And, you know, what's not to like about having baseball on every single day until, I don't know.
That's the thing. That's the thing that people get upset about is there's 162 games.
Too many games.
And there's no way there's 100. No, there's no way there's too many games. You get a game every fucking day for months.
Awesome.
Months. That just means you don't like baseball, Loch.
I like baseball. I just don't want to watch it every day for 3 hours.
Well, that means you don't like it. That's exactly what that means.
No,
because you don't want to watch it. It means you don't like it.
I got a rather aggressive masturbation schedule to stick to, and if I'm sitting there watching Blue Jays,
the key word is
I'm getting in 2 or 3. Do you think I'm getting in 2 or 3 in a day? No, I am not. Unless I pause it.
7th inning.
My masturbation schedule is sticky.
What's that, Ryan? What'd you say?
I was just gonna say 7th inning stretch, knock one out, you're good to go.
Exactly.
You know why I trust?
A little takes longer now.
You know
I
why
can't
I
wait.
trust Ryan? He looks like Dwayne Ward.
A little bit.
He's a champion, though. He's a champion.
Yes, he is.
Can't complain.
I've
Wicked
shit
slider. Wicked.
On, now, don't take this literally, but I've shit on Ryan's stash for months. Like,
Yeah, we've
I
never
love
actually
it.
met in
Ryan,
person, so
don't
can't
fucking
literally.
listen to him. You look awesome.
Look at this thing. How can you not want this? This is amazing. He's complaining. Oh, you got to shave the mustache. Can you even grow a mustache anymore, Dean? Your hair's white. Like
Yeah.
I can't. Like you might be 40 years old, maybe, and like
He looks like Dean looks like Rachel Maddow saw a ghost.
seriously, it's like you've got like the hair of Meryl Streep, and she's great, but at the same time, like I'm comparing you to a woman right now. So like you
Oh
have
my God.
women,
Yeah.
like old
Ryan.
women.
you look like Lanny McDonald fucked the cart girl in Kelowna 35 years ago.
Also a champion, Dean. So you're comparing me to champions, and I'm okay with that. So
You know what? Honestly, Ryan, no one wants that mustache, but you look awesome.
You
Don't
do a
give
good
up on
job.
it.
I don't like
Yeah.
it for me, and I think
Yeah.
mustaches in general are nothing more than just a way to capture boogers and bacteria. But you fucking make it work. It looks good on you. Yeah.
And you know what? Actually, I have a little bit left of my Arby's in here from today. So, like,
that's
if you guys,
Oh, an Arby's fan, a fellow Arby's fan.
What's not
yes,
to like?
I knew we would make.
You know what? I wasn't going to say anything, Ryan, but now your mustache looks like you were the guy that first pitched Movember, and they were just like, nah.
they're like,
We're not
there's
gonna
got to
do
be
that.
something better than this.
I like it. I like it. You look good. I'm just saying I make fun of your mustache a lot.
Hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
We got a few. We got a goatee on the line, and we got Bondzee, who kind of has a mustache. It's kind
Just
of a
a
goatee. Is it a beard?
Yeah, just scruff, dude. It's nothing
Yeah.
thick. It's just scruff.
Yeah, you look good. You're in Little Rock, Arkansas. Is that what I understand?
Correct. Yeah, I just got to Little Rock, Arkansas. Easy for me to say. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Little Rock.
We drove about 3 hours this morning from Graceland, and yeah, it was a pretty smooth drive. The bus is running absolutely pimp right now, and it was a smooth ride the whole way here.
Mm-hmm. So Bondzee, in case anybody isn't aware, he's a great story. I met him, got to be 15 years ago, just through radio. I get a phone call from him a few months ago, and he's like, "Hey, man, I sold all my shit, and I'm getting in a bus, and I'm just taking off. You want to cover it?" And I'm like, "Of course."
You told me I was crazy, but I love it. Is your exact
Yeah.
words.
I do. I love it.
Yeah.
And so like a week and a half ago, you landed in Chattanooga, Tennessee. What happened when you landed? Because that's where your bus was. Did everything go well when you like did all the paperwork and all the money and shit like that? Like, tell me what happened.
Yeah, so we landed in Chattanooga. We spent we got there late afternoon, so we just chilled in a hotel that night and got some sleep because we didn't go to bed the night before. Our flight was at 6. Had to be at the airport at 4. You know, I did a live show on my YouTube channel that night, so I was pretty fired up. And it was like 12:30, and we just decided to stay up. So got to Chattanooga, slept most till the next day, and then we went and met the guy. Got the tour of the bus. I had to give it an inspection before I went to hand over X amount of massive amounts of dollars. And then I loved the bus instantly. And he took us for a ride on the interstate. It drove like a dream. Went to pay him, and my bank totally royally hooped me. So it turns out that I couldn't do that large of a transaction, a wire transfer. I had to be in Canada physically at my bank to wire that kind of money down here. That's not what I was told at the bank. Anyways, God bless my dad who wired me down. He wired me $50K. And then I took care of the rest over. The gentleman was kind enough to let me wire. I'm allowed to wire X amount of dollars per day down here through the online banking, but it took way longer.
Must be nice to just say, call your dad up at the age of 45, 46, and go, "Hey, man, can you wire me $50K?"
Right?
Yeah, it was. He's the salt of the earth, man. He saved me. It's not the first time he saved my ass, but he definitely did this time. And the guy, I have to give a big shout out to John Thatcher. He won't mind me dropping his name. That's who I bought the bus from. He was super awesome. He let us stay on the bus on his property and totally took care of us and waited for his money. It took about, I think, 5 full days to get him paid in full. Got paid in full, got the insurance, got the temporary plates. And yeah, now it's mine. And we've been on the road now ever since.
Where'd you go? Your first tour with the bus. Where was that from? Where'd you go?
from Chattanooga straight to Memphis, Tennessee, to Graceland.
Here's the bus, boys. This is like when he told me he was doing this, I thought, you fucking moron.
Look at that.
And then I saw the bus. I'm like, actually, it's pretty fucking cool.
Bus envy now.
Yeah,
Like that's,
dude.
and you should see the inside of it. It looks like the set of a 70s porn.
Is that urine by the front tire?
No comment.
But it has everything, right? Like it's got a bed, it's got a microwave, washer
and
dryer. Like it's a
dryer.
fucking mobile house, so you can kind of. This is how America lives generally.
Yeah, I've already met a bunch of people that have not so much a Prevost, but just a setup, and they live on the road. Like that's their gig.
Like
and they just
nomads?
travel.
Just
Yeah,
camping nomads in like
Yeah.
fucking RVs and fifth wheels and shit.
yeah, it's
So that's
amazing
like a
how many there
culture.
are.
That's like a whole culture down in the States, like traveling
Van life.
caravans of people that can't afford homes.
It really is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is this a
Or they're
midlife thing for
stinking
you?
rich and they're just living in a van because.
Well, I think Lachlan
Because
is
we
one
should
that
call it the
started
midlife tour. We really should.
I don't know what it is. I mean, first of all, I was sick and living at home. I had a 4-bedroom home by myself with my dog, and it was just too much. And I'm like, I was so bored in there every day. I just go from my bedroom to my studio, and I was just like, what am I doing? I could cash in. I don't need to buy another house. And the market was insane. So, and I really won in the real estate market. My first kind of real big win in that situation. Because I certainly lost on my divorce. So this one was a big win for me. And, I bought that thing, and it's way less than a 4-bedroom house. Believe me, you.
And way cheaper than another wife.
Hell yeah. That ain't ever happening again either, by the way.
Boy, yeah. Well, okay, so you started out, you leave Knoxville, and you go to Graceland. Like, what was Graceland like? Is it because I know a bunch of people that have been to Graceland, and they're like, it's okay. It's nothing special. Like you pull up and you feel like there should be a mansion. And it's literally like a house on a subdivision crescent with some pillars in the front. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the biggest ginormous mansion you ever seen, like Gretzky's place or anything like that. But listen, for them to say it's nothing and it's shit, that's not true. I was never a huge Elvis fan, but my mom was. And I basically went there for my mom because she's never been. She's still pissed at my dad to this day for that, by the way.
For not taking her to Graceland?
Yeah, so she's still furious with him. Poor Kenny. Anyways, I thought, well, shit, we're going to Dallas. Memphis is right on the way. I'm going to stop there. And listen, I'll tell you, it's one of the greatest decisions I ever made because going in that house yesterday as a non-Elvis fan, it's powerful in there, bro. I've heard that from a lot of people that kind of went and experienced it. It really is powerful. You can feel his presence in there, and it really is something to behold.
Sorry.
It is.
Why are you laughing, Jamesy?
Because I don't know.
But it is, man. I'm not kidding you.
You know what? Maybe you're feeling something. Maybe you're feeling like the energy of the people that were just there that love him so much. But I mean,
Maybe.
Elvis was like that first celebrity, right? That guy that first, took over, sort of ripped off black musicians and monetized it, right? Like that's got to be a powerful energy, I guess.
Do you always have to be this cynical about people's dreams?
I just fucking hate Elvis Presley. I'm with you know
I
what?
love Elvis. No one hates Elvis
D,
Presley.
Listen, Chuck D from Public Enemy once called me a racist, and I still like Chuck D because of Elvis was a hero to most, but he never meant shit to me. He's a straight up racist. The sucker was simple and plain. Motherfuck him and John Wayne. And I think that'd be great on a t-shirt if you were really fat. Because it's a long sentence.
It takes up a bit of space to type all that on there.
So
Hey, I'm glad you came along today, James.
Yeah.
Can you go to Chuck D land next? Brooklyn.
Wow, really brightening up the mood.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, I got tomorrow
Maybe
off.
when we
I
do these
probably won't
Bondzee,
think about killing myself now.
maybe when we do these Bondzee updates, we'll just leave James at home.
Why? I'm just adding some.
Well, because the
spice.
guy's living his dream, and you're like, guys are racist.
Dude, he's
It's
living
all-
better than I am. He's living without his wife in a big bus.
Sort of.
I like the guy that's got a pail of something brewing in the garage that he's going to take equivalent to acid probably this weekend. That's making fun of Elvis, feeling Elvis in Graceland.
Bonty, can you send me some of that bucket LSD, please?
Yeah, okay, but don't get me in trouble. I'm down here touring the States, mister.
So you made it to Little Rock, Arkansas. But Graceland was cool. You loved it, right?
Yeah,
Did they
Graceland
let you
was cool.
upstairs? Did they let you upstairs?
No,
Were you
it's the
allowed
only
to go
place
see
you're
where
not
Elvis
allowed.
took his last shit?
No, you're
That's
not
where I
allowed.
want. See, Graceland would be a pointless exercise for me if you couldn't go see where he died.
I thought you would get to, but they put the kibosh on that. It's all roped off, and they're pretty strict there with where you can and can't go.
Right.
But
what do you pay to get in? How much does it cost?
It is pretty expensive. I'm not going to lie, but big shout out to Graceland. We reached out to them and said, hey, we're tripping with Bondzee. We're doing this tour and stuff. And they gave us free passes.
Yeah, cool.
What does it cost normally for a ticket?
Well, it starts at 50, gets you like your basic entry, and then there's 75, and then it goes all the way up to like I think 300 for the full VIP tour.
What's in the full VIP tour that isn't in the general tour?
So private
gotta
guide,
be the toilet.
a private guide, and then I think you just get to go to a couple extra cool spots and this and that. But mostly it's more of a really personalized tour if you're a massive Elvis fan, and then you get like memorabilia that goes with it and stuff. And that just wasn't for me.
Did they tell you you have to wear the headphones that like you do in museums where they're like, this is where Elvis ate a peanut butter sandwich. This
narrated
is where...
by John Stamos.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was. And it's really cool there. But
they couldn't have gotten to anyone else. Eh?
Okay, I'm on James' side now.
Yeah, I didn't hear what James said.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. That's a key selling point. That's the greatest. Oh my God.
Come to Graceland. Listen to John Stamos talk about Graceland.
Hey, is Bob Saget there too? Because that would just be a triple threat.
No, but you get to do a bunch of Percocets with the Olsen twins at the end of it.
Wow. Well, what's funny is now they got a museum there. It's at the very end of the tour, and it's nothing to do with Elvis, but it's fans of Elvis who are celebrities. So like they had a big, huge Kiss. It was almost like an extra just music museum of all the who's, and they were fans of Elvis. And
was there any black musicians that were fans of Elvis?
Jesus,
I'm just curious.
Yeah. Can you relax with that?
I'm just fucking kidding. Jesus,
he's just telling us about his.
It was a question. It was a fair question. But
can you leave racism?
No, because he stole black music. I was just wondering if there were any Uncle Tom black musicians that really liked Elvis Presley. That's all I'm asking. It's just, I think it's a fair question. I don't know why you're getting so upset.
I'm not.
Yes, to answer your question, James.
Oh, which one?
I can't remember. There were so many.
It wasn't Chuck D. I'll tell you that much.
It wasn't Chuck D. But Kid Rock was in there with in all his glory.
Good. Oh, right. Here we go.
There we go. Hey,
you're like fucking gasoline.
There were a bunch of racists.
I had to.
There were a bunch of racists that signed the wall.
Dean, why do you have to go there?
So you're now in Little Rock, Arkansas.
We are.
As someone who doesn't drink much anymore, but someone that does appreciate the cannabis and hit and miss in the United States, what's that like? Have you been able to score?
Yeah,
there's the question.
I am a big fan of the cannabis, and it was amazing. So I was wondering how this was gonna, because I really do love it. I smoke day and night, and the first day in chat. Well, the first day I got the bus, met the guy on the bus. We went to a gas station down the street. We rented a car for a few days. Pulled in the gas station. We had to get some ice, and lo and behold, there's a little glass cabinet right where you pay the guy, and inside was a glass jar, 7 grams. It said of THC, and I'm like, "Is that what I think it is, marijuana, sir?" And he goes, "Oh, I cannot say that. I cannot tell you that." And I was like, "Well, I'm from Canada. It's legal, and I'm pretty sure that's what I think it is." And he goes,
"Can you just stop for a second? No need for the accent. I get it."
Hank Azaria. You're going to be canceled any second now.
Okay, that trip.
How much was 7 grams? How much was 7 grams in a glass jar in a gas station in Chattanooga, Tennessee?
$20.
What?
Yeah, and I bought 3 jars.
Ain't good though. Did it stick together?
Awesome. It says 3% on the jar, but there's no way. It's way more than that. And it's I bought myself a little glass pipe and my three jars, and we've been off to the races, man. It's good stuff.
Woo.
That's amazing. So they just sell weed in like gas stations in the States now.
Yeah.
And but the weird part is if you go to one state, they'll do that. You might drive into the next state and be arrested, happily high, and get busted and have someone look in your anus for firearms.
Yes, sir.
They might go in
I've seen about
too,
5 cars pulled over on this trip where there's been about 3 or 4 state troopers, and the guy's outside his car, and the car is absolutely ripped apart.
Seriously?
Yeah, and I don't want that to happen to me. Believe me, you.
Go the fucking speed limit then, dude.
You're going to jail. I'm pretty certain at some point you will spend a night in the
No, I spent a night in jail in Banff when I was 20, Loch, and I promised never to go back. And I've stuck to it so far.
Attaboy. Yeah, good for
I'm
you.
actually not allowed in Banff. We were asked to leave.
Shocking.
We were
Why are
driven
you allowed
to
in
the
Banff? Like the whole town, or just like a certain spot?
Well, we got kicked out. It's a long story. I don't need to get into it. And my story is missing a lot of facts that I think are responsible for the reason why we got kicked out. But the problem was we got kicked out of one place, and then we went to the next place, and they have walkie-talkies, and they communicate all the bars, talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not really getting away with shit if you're rolling with a midget. It's like, all right, there's a group of 5, and one of them's fucking 4 feet tall. And if you see them, they did this in our bar. And then we went to the second bar, got into a fight with the guy at the front because we were like, we haven't even been in this fucking bar. You're not letting us in. You're not allowed into any bars in Banff. And then the police showed up, and they drove us to our campsite and then made us pack up our shit and drove us to the outside of town and said, please don't come back.
Yeah.
Oh, they thought you were native. Sorry.
What?
Well, that's what they do sometimes. The racist cops at West. What?
Yeah, they do.
That's what they do.
They do.
Drive them out of
yeah.
town. They freeze to death, and then they pretend they didn't do it. But
Anyway,
So
yeah.
maybe just one of these conversations you can.
is
leave
everyone
Grace
going
out
to
of
feign
it.
offense every time I utter a syllable here? Like,
Well, there's a
always trying to
possibility.
catch up.
There is a distinct possibility what you're
Fair
saying
enough.
might be racist or offensive.
I am not. I'm pointing out other people's racism. But go ahead.
Anyway, so Bondzee, you and I have something in common.
Yeah.
We're both not allowed in Banff.
You bet.
Yeah, we got the right crew here.
Beautiful town, though.
So
Did
I
you
did want to give a
guys-
big shout out to Samantha. I'm in the Comfort Inn right now because I'm picking up all my Wi-Fi equipment for the road to be set up on the bus in Dallas, which will be in Dallas tomorrow night, by the way. And then, but Samantha at Comfort Inn in North Little Arkansas or Little Rock was the salt of the earth. She let me come in here and use this badass room and their free Wi-Fi.
Kid Rock just tweeted that he's also staying at the Comfort Inn.
Perfect.
Do they have a water?
It's not going to get any better, guys. I'm just saying.
You get to use a water slide at that Comfort Inn?
There's a water slide here, but I saw a nicer one up the street that I think had a slide. I might have to stop in there before we go and stay. We're going to stay on a farm tonight, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's my question. Where do you put that bus when you're, not dropping people off in front of Graceland? Like, where do you sleep with that thing?
We stayed at a campground in Graceland, and we definitely left our mark there. Couple quick stories. They made me move campsites. We stayed an extra night, and they literally made me move 3 campsites over. So when I pulled out and around, the thing's 45 feet long. It hasn't fucking stopped raining down here since I damn near got here. And I got stuck for about 45 seconds and
That's
left
pee.
about craters about this deep on their property. And then whilst I was over getting some food later in the evening, my assistant, I guess she took a dump or whatever, and she couldn't flush the toilet for some reason. Whatever. And then so instead of
I guess
waiting
she
for me
took
to
a
get
dump.
back, and
Would you
asking
know if
what-
she took a dump?
I
I don't know, Bondzee. You just kind of opened the door to that outhouse we were talking about off air, but I'll let it go. I'll let it go.
Yeah, I know. But hey, listen, we'll get. Yeah. Anyways, she hit the wrong button, and fucking didn't she dump my entire shit tank all over the campsite? And we got people on each side of us. So when I come back, I was like, "What the holy hell is that smell?" And then everybody's looking at me as I'm walking, going, staring at me like I've raped their dog or something. Anyways, it turned out they were pissed at me because my bus dumped shit all over the fucking place and it reeked.
Well, as it does.
Yeah. So,
Right,
anyways,
as it
tonight
does.
we're staying on a farm. There's different things instead of campgrounds. I bought this thing membership called Harvest Host. You can stay at golf courses, farms, breweries, and wineries for free for the night. And some of them have plug-in capability, some don't. Some have Wi-Fi, some don't. But so we're staying on this cool farm tonight. We'll be running off to Jenny, and I'm excited to check them out.
Looks like you got the whole transient living lingo down pat too.
What's a Jenny?
We're running the Jenny
The
What's that
generator on the bus.
generator.
Oh, Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, he's got it all. He's got it all figured out. We're running
Oh,
the
yeah.
Jenny. He says.
It wasn't a racist comment, so he was a little bit unsure. So.
Yeah. Threw James
You're
off there for a
absolutely
minute.
right, Dwayne Ward. Absolutely.
By the way, you might want to put a little sticky note next to that button that dumps the entire shit tank out behind the bus. Don't
Not
hit that
one.
button.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Did you
And
have to
then we're
clean
off-
it up? Did you have to clean
No,
it up?
I mean, there's
or
nothing
no?
just
I would have
into the
just.
ground.
If that was me, I would have just split as fast as I could.
Well, we were gonna pull a night
Get in the
dash.
car.
We're rolling.
I haven't driven the bus in the dark yet, and I mean, I'm still getting used to it. It is 45 feet long and 56,000 pounds, so
Mhm.
it was a little bit getting used to on the interstate when we first got on there, a little white knuckle for 15 minutes, but after that,
Mhm.
I feel super comfortable driving it now. We've been in little towns, and I pulled into like McDonald's parking lots and stuff, and I'm feeling pretty confident behind the wheel of that thing. So
No good for you.
yeah, off to Dallas, Texas tomorrow afternoon.
Mhm.
And then we'll be getting the bus logoed up there, picking up the merchandise and getting all the rest of the equipment for the bus, the Wi-Fi booster and this and that, and then the tour's on for real.
Seems like it's
Bondzee,
been on.
you're on the locker room next week, eh? I look forward to chatting with you.
You bet, bro.
All right, buddy.
Can't wait.
Appreciate it. Real quick before you go, I want to bring this tweet to everybody's attention. I saw this today. I'd like everybody's thoughts on this. Do you know how we're legalizing cannabis all over the country? New York just legalized cannabis. Bondzee's talking about picking up cannabis from Apu.
Can you do the accent real quick before you leave again?
No, please don't.
No, I better not. I'm trying to gain attention, not lose it.
Not. You don't get a lot of positive attention through, cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Is what I think. But I want. Here we go. I want to bring this to your attention because I saw this today, and this is a congressman in the United States. He says, "Smoking weed, aka grass,
Yeah. It's got all the lingo.
not a good idea. I've tried it." Then he goes, "Back in the day, and it was worse than anything that happened to Hunter Biden, who was addicted to coke and meth. I've toked up with some buddies in Kentucky and woke up 4 days later in Nairobi, Kenya, with no idea what happened. Don't do drugs." So there
What
you
was he
go.
Smoking.
I'm convinced.
Wow. I'm not sure if he was smoking marijuana, man.
Yeah, that might not be what you think it is, sir.
I don't know.
Laced with some PCP,
Yeah.
right? It had
I'm
to be.
shocked. I'm shocked there's like tweets like this that go out from like adults. Like fucking amazing.
I didn't think it was real. I thought it was parody because they have all those memes out now where they show meth heads and they just replace the word meth with weed. It started off as a good idea to smoke a joint, but look what happened. And the person has no teeth and they got scabs all over their faces and they're jokes. And I read that. I was like, I thought that's what it was. I really did. Because he tweeted after that something like, he's like, "Because of my compelling just say no experience, my team has been receiving feelers from the Biden administration about becoming its drug czar, director, national drug control policy. No thanks. But as I stated during the translation, I would consider deputy secretary of defense." Like, this guy's got to be joking, right? Like, this is like what John Oliver would tweet. So I'm not sure what's happening right now.
I don't know what's happening either, but as someone that appreciates the plant, enjoys the plant, uses it medicinally, I read that this morning. I'm like, that's fucking unbelievable that a grown adult, like it's almost like he's never written it, and he fucking made it up. It's like those people that go, the people that tell you they smoked weed and then give you this fucking terrible weed experience just because they've never smoked weed. You know what I mean? And this weed experience is non-existent. There isn't a person in human history that smoked a doobie in Kentucky and woke up 4 days later in Nairobi, Kenya.
And maybe he spelled bath
Barely Greg
salts
did.
wrong. If he spelled bath salts wrong, then you can understand where he's coming from. I think. I don't know. That's bath salts.
That guy doesn't even look like a real person. Like, who's
No,
Putty
he doesn't.
from Seinfeld? What's his name again?
Putty.
Putty.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's who he looks like. And like, he's fictional. So
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I know he's fictional, and the story is fictional, but this is what's destroying it for everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, look at Bondzee. He smoked it and woke up in Arkansas.
Yep, some gas station weed.
Same continent, at least.
Shit.
I fucking
Same
can't
continent.
believe
It's
it.
not Kenya. So
Who did you buy the weed from again, Bondzee?
Just some gas station attendant in Chattanooga. I'll leave it at that.
No particular characteristics about him different from anyone else. You know,
No, very good. There was not, sir.
Yeah. So he was from a different state?
Brampton.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, it was good knowing you guys.
Yeah,
You're
a lot of fun.
James. Holy.
What happened to you before the podcast? Because we got a text from you. It's like, hey guys, I don't know. I might do it naked from my bed. I'm not feeling it today. And I can clearly tell that you're aggressively off.
My uncle
Slightly.
called me. And my uncle called me and was like, "Well, listen, you haven't been answering my calls, and I left you a couple of voicemails, and I just wanted to see if you're okay." And I was like, "I'm fine." And we started talking, and then he's like, "I'm going to get Aunt Debbie on the phone now, and she'll be able to pull out whatever's wrong with you. She'll be able to pull it out." And I'm like, "I already have a therapist. Like, what are you guys doing?" And then they asked me to read the Bible. He's like, "You know, Jesus is going to listen, even if you don't believe in him." And I'm like, "Jesus fucking Christ! Like, you can't do this."
Okay.
They asked you to read the
We
Bible
get it.
because you're sad.
So I was
get it.
exhausted. I was like, "You guys know that
get
I think Jesus is an apropos name for a fucking gardener, but I have no idea if he even existed. You understand that, right?" And then I was like to my Aunt Debbie, I
Holy
was like,
shit.
"Listen."
Can we stop this live thing?
Nope.
Then
This is the best part.
I told my Aunt Debbie, I'm like, "Listen, I think Jesus would put me on guest list. Like, I'm a good person." Right? I've been around, like Jesus knows that I mean well, and he didn't give me any evidence. So what the fuck? Like, he'll let me in. I think he'll let me in.
Because you seem to be really kind of ground to a halt by the whole thing. Like you seem to be really.
I have a therapist.
Sort
I don't
of.
need my aunt and uncle to act like my therapist. So I was going to spend the rest of the afternoon in bed,
It's a problem with it's a problem
listening
with
to my own
religion.
dope ass rap songs and doing the podcast. That was the
Well,
idea.
that's the problem with religion is everybody thinks you need it, right? Like remember last week when we talked to Rick Hillier, who by the way hates me now.
Yeah,
Randy.
I wonder
No,
why.
Randy.
Whatever.
Randy.
Whatever.
Bo
He
Bandy.
fucking hates.
All I
Randy
was doing
Bobandy.
was mocking him relentlessly on
Randers.
Twitter. I can't believe he
Randers
hates me.
hates me.
Did he?
We had
block
him
You
you?
on-
know what? That was an unnecessary. Like, that was a funny tweet.
Yeah.
He didn't
And I-
get it. He's too old to get it.
Well, let
It's
me put
fine
it
if
out.
he
So
didn't get it.
we had
I don't think he should have been upset about it, though.
Well, he was
His
upset because he didn't get
response
it.
didn't make any sense.
He didn't get
God,
it. He thought.
let
you
me
were
put
just
it up
mocking
for you.
him.
So Randy Hillier we had on the show last week, and thousands and thousands and thousands of people watched this interview because he's an anti-masker. You an anti-masker, Ryan, because of the mustache, or no?
all right.
Just checking.
And now a word from Flanders.
Exactly.
Hey, a joke with no races.
We don't get the COVID.
It's not racist because it's a white guy, but if I said Apu, it'd be like, what the
hand
fuck?
too. I did that with my left hand just to play the part for a second.
But you can wear a mask, right? You wear a mask everywhere you go.
Absolutely.
Any masks no masks down in the States, though, eh, Bondzee?
Well, yeah, you have to wear them. Yeah, Graceland, we
Oh,
had
do
to
you?
wear the mask the whole time.
Okay.
When you go in any of the stores here, you do. But
Okay.
a lot of them still don't. They don't force it on you. I still wore mine out of respect,
Attaboy. Yeah, because you're concerned about other people.
Do you
Your
have a
fellow
hole
human.
in it to
Well, that's
smoke?
just me, right? It was
Not for
cool getting the
smokes,
smokes and pot
for
at
other
Graceland.
stuff, and it's about this big. The reason why, because it's the masking thing and the God thing is, we asked Randy about it last week, and he kind of tried to dodge the question. I'm like, because I asked him, because everybody that isn't wearing a mask, specifically in the deep south of the United States, or people here in Canada that don't want to, they're militantly against it, you can find a religious reason for it if you look hard enough, right? And so I asked him about it. I wrote a story about it after we had a 3-hour fucking interview with the guy, which I thought went swimmingly. Like I thought it went really well.
It did go well, but then you put in the headline of the piece that you wrote the word bananas, and I think that he looked at that and was like, he's calling me bananas.
No, I said the interview was banana land in a good way in the body of the story. It was bananas. It was crazy.
I know, but
Like,
I
we
think
had-
he received it as if you were being personally, like, as if you were mocking him.
Can't
That's
help
what I think
that.
how he received it. That's all.
I am not going to help people receive things any differently than I give them out. So,
Nor should you. Nor should you.
so he sent me a couple tweets over the past couple of days. He's like, I can't believe you're still talking about the religion part of it. Well, it's a pretty big deal. Like, that's why you believe what you believe, because you think it's the mark of the beast and God and all that stuff, right? And so
he said he didn't think that. Dean, be fair.
That's not true. That's not. He dodged it because he didn't want to fucking talk about it, because it is true. So anyway, because he was salty yesterday, right? So I tweeted a fun tweet
for it.
I tweeted a fun tweet, and people were beating up the poor guy. I didn't like that. But I put this tweet out because I'm a big Trailer Park Boys fan, right? Hey, Randy Hillier, now that we're friends, can I call you Randers or Bo Bandy? Not all the time, just when we're having a friendly laugh about Trudeau. About an hour later, I get this back. I apologize for this tweet. I apologize for mistaking you as a person with integrity. My mistake. Won't happen again. Enjoy your puerile behavior, as many people suffer and live in despair from the policies you support and promote. Then I get a direct message from Jamesy, and he's like, leave the guy alone.
No,
like,
no, read it verbatim.
How people take that stuff.
I
don't want to read it verbatim because then it wrecks my narrative.
Oh, okay. I have to lie about what you said, James, or else everything falls apart.
Exactly. What did you say? You're like,
I said good job in not making Randy angry, because I asked you the day previous. I was like, hey,
don't make him angry.
Try not to make him, don't vilify him, because maybe we won't want him on the show again or whatever. And you're like, okay, yeah, no problem. Then you're like, Bo,
I think he'd come back. I think he'd come back. You have to, apologize a bit, but I think he'd definitely come back. Even the Bo Bandy tweet wouldn't send him. He likes the publicity. He's a politician. Right. How many thousands of people did we have watching that damn pod?
I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna
lie. He was grooming.
Ryan
was grooming
that day. Everybody.
You might be the only person in Canada that didn't watch it. Like 10,000 people just on Periscope. Another, 30, 40,000 people watched it on other platforms. So you might be the only one. Is there a reason you didn't watch it? You don't want to get educated?
I was probably working.
Oh, okay. You had a job. I get it.
I don't know if we should. I don't know if we should.
He was grooming that mustache.
That also was happening at the same time.
I don't know if we should be telling people that this is an educational pod. Just saying.
We put words on the screen.
But what we learn about racism.
We put these. But is that a anybody? Let's do a little round table here. Is this in bad taste, Bondzee? Or was I just having fun?
I think it's just in pure fun. And if he can't see it that way, that's his own damn problem. And he needs to go to therapy with my buddy James there.
Wait, you know what? Hey, you know what? I also heard that Randy was with a 14-year-old girl. No, wait, that was Elvis.
Never mind. Oh, Jesus Christ.
A little less conversation about that.
Elvis is dead. Leave the poor guy alone.
Yeah,
leave those dead pedophiles alone. Shit.
Yeah, he is a dead pedophile. That's the other thing. People aren't coming for Elvis. They're coming for everybody else, but not Elvis. Hank, Ryan, was I too strong?
No, come on. No? It's first of all, it's Twitter. So Twitter's a mess anyway. Yeah, right. You look at it, clearly you had him on, and I did see bits and pieces of the show, but come on, it's Twitter. Nobody's coming here for an official take, and let's just stop getting our underwear in a knot for a second.
Right,
have a little fun. It's a nickname. You know how many nicknames I have that I probably shouldn't? Names you guys will call me. Names you guys will call me to my face or behind my back. I really don't care. Who cares? Move on. But it's a couple words. Call him Randy. You can call him Randy. Randy, what's up, man? You could say that in a video clip, and he's gonna get offended. So who cares?
Yeah,
he's 63. He didn't understand it. He thought you were mocking because he's 63.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that was it. He's like, I don't know what he's talking about. It must be offensive.
Guys, before we continue on with the offensive conversation, Loch's friend Jimmy, who is indeed a little person, was over kind of hanging out. If we could just pan over to Loch's camera. What are we looking at here, Loch? What do we got?
What is that in the background?
What is that over there by the mic?
Is he making wallets? What is he doing?
What's he doing?
It looks like he's... Never mind.
What's he doing? What? Is he dead?
Totally asleep. Totally asleep.
He's asleep? He sleeps sitting. Fuck. He sleeps sitting down?
Yeah, he's like
the opposite toddler. Of a horse.
That just made my whole day.
I'll put him in the car, and if he's in the back seat,
You don't put him in the
He's
car.
like a cockatoo. You just
Yeah.
put a sheet on him and he's out.
Oh,
Dude.
he's awake now. He's pissed at me.
Bring him over. Bring him over. I want to talk
Jimmy,
to him.
Jimmy, come over here.
Dude, you know what? I laughed at. So you said he's like a toddler, and then you went, I put him in the car like he was a baby.
Right. Sometimes I have to lift him into the car.
So I got
That's
him in
not
his
true.
crate. He got in
Oh,
his
yes,
crate
it
and
is.
everything was
It
going
is.
well.
All right. Hold on. Before he comes on, I want you
Mhm.
guys to all think about Angus Young and AC/DC and Brian Johnson. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
This is Loch's co-host James P. White. Jimmy, little person. He is, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy, let's welcome Jimmy to the program. Jimmy.
Hello.
Jimmy, I thought you were dead for a second. You okay?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
It was a power nap.
Was it?
Those are tough. I can't do
Well,
those.
Loch says he abuses you. Is that true?
Just physically and mentally. No sexual abuse.
And you have no emotions. So it's all good.
Yeah.
No.
So listen, tell me something. Jimmy, what is it with what's going on with your beard and what's going on with your hair? Because listen, I think you're a great guy. I think you're an excellent broadcaster, all that stuff. And I love the hair and the beard, but is there a reason? Is it pandemic face? Is that what you got? Because no offense, and I mean this in the kindest possible way, you're starting to morph into an Ewok.
Starting, I'm an Ewok from the waist down most of the time, but it's just the whole beard and hair is. Originally, I suggested to Loch that I'm not going to cut it until I get the vaccine, but now he won't let me get it cut.
No. Well, how old are you?
Old enough.
Okay.
47.
You're 40. So we're all the same age. Do you have like any design on getting the vaccine? Like, are you looking forward to it? Is it close in Alberta? Like, do you know when you're going to get it?
I don't know how close we are. They're saying probably for us, maybe September, but so by then I'll probably look like Cousin It, but
that's okay. That's all right. But you're not an anti-vaxxer. You're going to get the vaccine, right?
Yeah, no, only Loch's anti-vax.
Yeah, I know. I heard.
He's anti-climate change,
Attaboy, Loch.
anti-vax, all that.
Yeah, he's weird. Yes, he is. I want to play a video for you, Jimmy.
Okay.
And I want you to explain this to me because I came across this on Twitter the other day. Fellas, you'll like this. This is Jimmy looking for followers on Snapchat.
Oh.
You looking for Snapchat followers? Is that correct?
MySpace.
TikTok.
TikTok. You're looking for TikTok followers. So Jimmy put this on Twitter yesterday.
Get some followers, Jimmy.
I probably watched this 40 times after he put it out. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Jimmy, that's unreal. Way to go, Jimmy.
What's to explain? It's a midget wearing a hat dancing.
It looks like it looks like a reboot to remember that old Jimmy Stewart movie, Harvey? You guys ever seen that? Oh,
no.
Well, then that baby
something 1980s past.
It's like before that. Like it was about Jimmy Stewart, and he had this he was mentally ill, and he had this rabbit that followed him around everywhere.
He looked like Hank the Angry Dwarf from the Howard Stern show when he was alive. Remember him?
Kinda.
Yeah. Anyway, how many views on that video? Because that's killer, bro. That's killer stuff right there.
I'm not sure how many views. When I looked at it yesterday, it was about 3,000.
Good for you.
Yeah, good for you, bud.
Did you get any followers out of it too?
A little bit.
Yeah, not very many. What's the handle? Where can people go and find you? Because you do a lot of stuff like that. It's very funny. And by the way, excellent looking area rug for that spot. It was really nice.
It's at James P. White 0. It's kind of easy.
Okay. All right, man. Well, listen, pleasure to see you. I'm glad you're not dead. I just wanted to make sure.
No, I just fall asleep at a drop of a hat.
I see that. All right.
I'll let you talk to the ugly guy.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. James P. White, ladies and gentlemen, Locker's co-host on the Locker Room. Yeah, I'm happy he's alive. I thought he was dead.
He looked content though when he was sleeping. Really content, hey. Like
he has horrible sleep apnea, and a couple of months back, he was staying over at the house, and my wife woke me up in the middle of the night. She goes, "You gotta go kick Jimmy or something. I can't, fucking guys, keep me up." Mm-hmm. So I got up and I walked to down the hallway to where he's sleeping and I'm listening, and I'm like, holy shit. You could hear him through the door in the hallway. And then I pulled my phone out and I recorded it, and we played it on the air, and this guy heard it, and he phones us, and he's from this company. He's knew this guy that's brought these stents that you stick in your nose and they open up your air passages. So he's been, hey, have you been putting those in? Yes. He's been working on getting them in, and you have to, obviously you have to build up a tolerance to them, but we're trying to get him some help with his sleep apnea, because his snoring, man, you would not believe how loud it is. It's insane.
And louder when you get drunk too. Isn't that the thing? And he gets drunk almost every day.
Well, yes, we do have some issues in the drinking department, both Jimmy and I. So, yeah,
that's all right. I don't mind. I think it's funny. I think he's great, and I hope he gets more followers. I really do. On it's James P. White 0. It's his really snappy handle.
Did he do a video like that for St. Patrick's Day too?
We had St. Patrick's Day shit out this year. I can't remember what we did. Oh no, we did. I started making fun of him last year because I got a leprechaun outfit, and I said I was going to start stealing his gigs because he gets hired to do leprechaun gigs around town. So the bars will hire him on St. Patrick's Day, and
that's amazing. That's offensive.
He'll make $1,500, man. Call that offensive.
Nothing offensive about that.
Nothing offensive about that.
Offensive.
So he makes cold hard cash going out, just getting drunk with people, and they take pictures of him. This year he had to do like a Zoom thing, and he did some videos for another bar and got paid, made a little bit of scratch doing that. But I said to him I was going to start cutting in on his leprechaun gig. So I got this leprechaun outfit, and we had leprechaun wars. So we battled it out, did videos, and we posted those. So that's what you might have seen, Ryan.
I like it.
I won everything except the jig. He beat me in the jig contest.
Yeah, he's a good dancer. That's what I got out of the bunny video. Is he's got some rhythm, right? That's what I got. That's what I understand.
I'm not sure I'd call it rhythm, but
it was
like a dog fight. But
yeah, it looked a bit like
it was a circle. How far did he have to go? So you can't really build rhythm inside of a 4x8 carpet. So
you know what I noticed too is that he's never going to be able to wear tapered pants.
Because that's what we were all thinking just now.
Yeah. The other thing too is I'm 6'4", I'm 240 pounds.
Yeah.
We have the same waistline. So I can wear his fucking shorts. And it drove him crazy.
You wear his pants like shorts.
A couple of years ago, he started putting on a little bit of weight. So I was bugging him about it, right? And Dean knows this. When you change your schedule and you go from working evenings, because we worked at evenings at the Bear, and then you go to mornings, it messes with your metabolism. So Jimmy started to pork out a bit. So I was bugging him. I'm like, dude, every time I see you, like every couple of months, you're coming in with new pants. I bet you I can put your pants on. He's like, there's no way. So right in the middle of the show, I whipped my pants off. He whipped his shorts off, and I put them on. And I thought Grant was going to have a heart attack. He was laughing so hard because I put them on, did them up, and snapped them tight. I'm like, we had the same waist size.
It's amazing.
And you weigh more than my fucking wife, by the way, too, which I remind him on a fairly regular basis because he's $140, $145, and the wife's like maybe 120.
Really?
Yeah. So he's got 20 plus pounds on my wife, and he's 4 feet tall.
Yeah,
solid little fucker too, man.
Does he get a handicap parking sticker because of his height?
I've been trying to get him to get the fucking handicap parking.
Why the fuck would you not get one if you could get one?
Because he probably could, and he doesn't necessarily have to drive. He just has to go in and go, hey, listen, I need the handicaps. No one's going to question him coming in and asking for that.
No, but what if he competes
and we get rockstar parking?
But if he competes in like dwarf tossing competitions, is he allowed to say he's handicapped?
Of
course he
that's
is.
illegal, by the way.
Dude, yeah, it's not only illegal. Loch did it last year on the radio. But having said that,
Of course he did.
He did. Of course he did.
That got us into a lot of trouble.
Why can't
We're
you
actually
dwarf
not
toss?
supposed to talk
I don't
Because
understand.
it's bad.
The
Because
dwarf
it'll
said it
throw
was
your
okay
back
if he's
out.
getting tossed. I mean,
Well, no,
you do
but it's negatively stereotypes dwarfs. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Did you say
believe
you put your
you
back
can't
out?
do that to
Plus,
midgets.
it'll throw your
I don't
back out.
understand.
But if the little
Have you ever
person's down with you hucking them against the wall, why is that illegal?
It
Loch, you know what?
shouldn't be.
Lachlan, you know what's funny? I might be closer to his height than your height.
Yeah.
Well,
Really
I
are.
know you are.
No, but I'm saying it's a medical fact. If you're under the age, I think, or the height of like 4'6" or 4'7", it depends on the province. You're absolutely entitled to go get a handicap parking sticker, which to me is worth its weight in gold. Like I parked in handicap parking spots in a pinch and got out of the car and pretended to have a limp on the way into the bank. You guys laugh because you've all done it. You've all been in a pinch.
Can you get a handicap parking thing or whatever for being an albino, Dean?
No, you can't. It's got to. I checked.
Just wear a big sun hat.
Yeah.
Put on those glasses. Boom.
Listen, I am allergic to the sun, so I need to park close to the door. Look at me. Look at me. I'm so white. They're like, fuck, here's all the stickers. But wouldn't you do first of all, has anybody ever not parked in a handicap? Everybody's parked in a handicap parking spot, right? Everybody?
I can't say I have because I don't want to get. That's a big ass fine, bro. Like nobody needs that.
In a pinch, dude.
you're being quick.
Ryan,
No,
have you ever done
never.
it? You've never done it? Loch,
Never.
you've done it for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, to run into the liquor store for sure.
I don't
Probably
have a
did
driver's license, so I've never done it.
You don't have a driver's license?
No.
Have you put like a bicycle in one or?
I used to have a driver. I had a driver's license before all
Or a
this G
scooter?
shit existed, and then I let it expire accidentally. So now I'm fucked again. So
Hold it. You don't have a driver's license at all?
no,
How do you
I
get
don't.
around?
I have a G1, so I can drive if my wife is in the car.
Wow, are you kidding? How old are you?
I don't care.
Jesus Christ!
See, this is one of those things. You know what to me this is? This is like saying, "Take the shot, pussy." I don't care. I don't have a driver's license. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, but it's about independence. It's not about you being a pussy. And
I'm independent.
And
when I want to get out
No,
of the
you're not.
fucking house,
You
I go
can't- you-
walking, and I
you can't
bust
go anywhere-
rhymes with my fucking headphones on. What?
yeah, but that you can't even go to this liquor store, or you can't go
I don't
anywhere.
drink.
Okay, but you can't go anywhere on your own. Like
I
your
got
wife has
pounds
to.
of weed and all these other recreational activities to do at home. I got children. I'm fine. I'm good. I don't want to
You know
drive.
what?
You know what?
Dean,
Okay, fine. I
ridiculous.
get nervous driving. Okay.
Okay,
I don't like
good.
it.
Thank you
There's
for
something
telling.
about it. There's something about it that fucking makes me feel like I'm going to die, and that's that. You know
Okay.
what? I drove once to Santa's Village last summer or 2 summers ago, and I had just got
On
my
mushrooms?
G1, and my wife was in the passenger seat or whatever, and we're driving towards Algonquin Park, and all of a sudden there's all these like dead raccoons, like a mama and fucking all these babies, and I'm driving, and I'm just like, oh my god, and Michelle's like, James, the person behind us just swerved off the road because you slowed down to 15 kilometers an hour. And I'm like, oh, right. Because it was like 100. And
Yeah.
I shouldn't be on the road. I really shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't. If that's the case, if you're scared of roadkill,
They were baby raccoons, man.
it happens, dude. It's a circle of life. I run over hundreds of animals.
The Circle of Life said Goodyear on it for them.
Yeah, well, it does.
One of my nicknames in high school was Deer Hunter. I smoked a 10-point in a Toyota Tercel.
Wow.
Did you stop
Yeah,
and
you
pick it
used
up?
Did you
Kids
keep
used to
the
go by
antlers?
me. Yeah. Oh, that's good eating.
Fresh meat.
Kids used to go by me like this in the hallways.
Antler marrow. Woo.
That's
Yeah.
fascinating. I had no idea you didn't drive. No idea. That's like a new thing.
That's
You know,
weird.
Absolutely new.
That's a
Yeah.
new thing to be picking on you about.
I'm
Write
a
that down.
Very eccentric
Yeah.
person.
We're gonna pick on you for that.
Dude, with the amount of narcotics that I've done in my life, I think it's a good thing I don't have my driver's license.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. Speaking of which, that has nothing to do with the next subject. Trade deadline is coming up. Did you guys watch the Leaf game last night? Watch the Leafs win 3-1, beat the Jets. No,
Great.
nobody
That
watched it.
Jets team's. I mean, that's a big win. That
That's a
Jets
huge
team's
win.
is a good team.
Bondzee was watching it from the fucking bus
bus.
yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. First place overall in the North Division. Canucks not even in the playoff picture.
Just so you know, and I'm fine with that. This is a write-off season for the Vancouver Canucks. But have you noticed that it really doesn't matter who wins the North Division? The whole division sucks. Like whoever.
What do you mean it sucks? What do you mean the whole division? You're just saying that because the Canucks blow.
No.
Ryan, you're starting to sound like a Canucks fan.
No, hey, by all means. Are you going to say that the Leafs or the Oilers or the Jets are going to roll over anybody that they face going into the playoffs? Regular season, that's great. You know how many times the Canucks have won a division? A bunch. Does it mean anything? No. They lose all the time.
Yeah.
So you're going to say that the Leafs are going to run roughshod over the rest of the NHL come the playoff time. They're good. They are. Don't get me wrong. I think they're an amazing team. I don't think that they're going to be able to get out of the North Division without getting their ass handed to them.
Oh, that's nice.
And the same for the Jets. I mean, do I think the Canucks can do anything? No. Their season's
you just sound like a pissy Canucks fan.
What's to be pissy about? I'm a realist.
Your team sucks. I'd be pissy too.
When they're bad, they're bad, and they're bad right now. We're excited because we have a new goalie. Great.
I think you're downplaying the Leafs a little bit, and I'm not a Leafs fan at all. But I think that's a better team than. I think it's a better team than a lot of people are giving them credit for. And I will say that about the Jets as well. The Oilers are too inconsistent. I think they're what you just said is like Connor may drag them into through a first round of the playoffs, but they're in trouble in the playoffs for sure. But I think that Leafs team, man, I don't know, man. I think they might be dancing at the end of this.
I've seen this way too many. Again, they're a great team. Should they win? Yes. They have a lot of great pieces on that team. Heaven knows that they've paid for them. But at the same time, I can't see them being a juggernaut like the hardcore Leafs fans think they are. They are a great team. From the outside looking in, they should do a lot of damage. Same as the Jets. They've got a goaltender that could easily carry them.
Yeah.
But then, again, push comes to shove, they're not as great of a team as people are giving them credit for right now. The regular season, when you're playing the same 6-7 teams, there's a few teams that are on the other side that are going to do a lot of damage. But this North Division, I feel like everybody's just kind of taking their turn at being really good. And really, there's only 2 teams that are going to do any damage. After they face each other in that second round, I don't think it's going to be as great for them as they think. My opinion. So, I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I would like to see, a Leafs team finally do some actual damage and prove everybody wrong.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't want that at all. You want and part of me doesn't want them to win too. It was like watching last night. We watched Buffalo, and Dwayne was going to join us today. He's been held up, but we watched that Buffalo 19 almost get to 19 losses in a row, and they did, and then they won last night. And I was sort of upset. I would be sort of upset if the Leafs won the Stanley Cup, because the only thing more interesting to me than them winning is them continuing to not win a Stanley Cup for another prolonged period of time, because people are so fucking crazy.
It's the buildup. I mean,
right?
You say the same thing about the Leafs or the Sabres. Look at the Canucks. We complain all the time because we thought we should have had it in 2011 or 94. What happens if the Canucks actually win or the Oilers actually win? You're going to hear about, that we're the greatest for maybe a year or two. And then that's it. And then all of that angst, all of that pain and everything, it's gone. And it just resets. That's why it's such a great story all the time, because we all have something to bitch and complain about, and just enough success that can carry us over someone else. We're a little bit better than the other guy for a little bit, and then we go back to being crap. And whichever that team is, it's going to eventually be the Ottawa. No, I'm just kidding. That's not going to happen. But like Buffalo, they were good. Yeah. Buffalo was good for a time, and then they sucked for a long time, and then they got good again, and then they sucked, and that's still happening actually. So it's the story. It's like why we all love watching wrestling, even the people that don't. It's the storylines. No one cares about the match. It's all about the hype.
I got a hot tip from someone yesterday that said that the Leafs were going to go nuclear at the trade deadline. I didn't know what that meant. And I didn't interpret any other way other than, they're going to bring in some heaters, which would be great with no cap space. I'm interested to see how they do it. One of the rumors that came up was Taylor Hall to Toronto.
That'd be fun.
Thoughts? I don't know though. He sucks. And apparently, Locker said,
Yep, it's true.
Taylor Hall's a brony.
Oh,
Okay, so we hear in the media, you hear rumors, right? I mean, Dean, you've been in Toronto for 100 years, and
20.
you hear stuff, right?
Yep.
Okay, and I was in a building with a sports station, and this was something that surfaced and came up more than a couple of times. Apparently, by the way, Taylor Hall, also known to be a raging cock. So he got kicked out of bars constantly. He was a bit of a party boy, and a couple of girls went home with him, and he would want them to watch My Little Pony.
what?
Yes, with him.
No.
Yes.
Is
I mean,
that
I'm
code
And
for
there's
drugs?
there's enough people that have said it out loud. I've heard it from more than a couple of people.
Yeah.
That I believe it. Taylor Hall's
Well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? That's
People
not
have
sexual
kinks.
assault. It's My Little
people
Pony.
have
He's fucked up.
kinks, right?
Yeah.
If he needs in order to get a boner, if he has to watch My Little Pony, I'm not judging him.
No.
I don't want anybody to see my browser search list, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ. That reminds me, I got to clear that data. I was going to spend the day in bed. Don't forget. Oh, wait. Can I ask you guys something as a person that is like, I'm not following sports because of COVID, because I don't like sports without fans, but I just looked at the standings for the first time. Why does Montreal only have 32 games played compared to everyone else who has 37, 36? Why did that happen? Is that a COVID thing?
Couple pandemic things, yeah.
Okay.
Couple
So like
postponements.
they got the least amount of goals against. You know, I'm a Habs fan, so now I'm finally like catching up here. They don't seem to be doing too badly. Why come no one talks about them? Just because they hate them? Is that
Because
why?
they're the Habs, they're French.
Mostly the French part.
No, who's the racist?
It is. I'm not racist. They're white.
Oh, that's right. You can
Saying
do
it-
anything
it-
you want to
English-
white people. I forget.
No, you asked why no one's talking about them, and it's almost like the Habs are like on an island, right? You're like, whatever. Yes, fucking, who cares?
But
I
these are
wonder
the
if-
kind of seasons that they end up, because whenever they win, they don't have any top goal scorer. They don't have anyone in the top 40 usually in goal scoring. But what if Price peaks just at the right time? Like,
Price has sucked balls this year.
I know.
too.
Yeah,
Price
he's
is a watch.
he's been shaky. He's been
Yeah.
on and off.
He's been shaky for
They
years.
should trade him.
Let's be honest.
This is a brony. That's a guy that loves My Little Pony, and if I'm sorry,
Is
just
that Lena Dunham?
Jesus.
looks like Jimmy a little
I was
bit in
just
that
going to say
outfit,
the same thing.
right? Doesn't it? Look at him, and then
I've
there's
had
Jimmy,
that wig.
A little like Jimmy.
right?
Hippity hoppity happy Easter day.
God.
Like that looks like Jimmy.
Notice could be a member of the White Clan.
Yeah, he could have.
Yeah.
I'll read you what brony is because Loch sent it today. He's like, "This is the only reading material you'll need," because we're
It's the
talking
only
about
prep I
bronies.
brought today.
I don't have a buddy of mine. His name is Cliff. He's a brony. He loves My Little Pony, and he said it's like going back in time. It's like a simpler time. It's a happier time. You know what I mean?
Does he need? Oh, we lost.
No, we got
Ryan
it.
couldn't do it. Ryan couldn't do it. Eh?
Hank left.
I think
Is
so.
he gone?
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah,
gone?
he did.
Well,
We
good. I'm
started
gonna
talking
read-
about bronies, and he was like, "I'm."
and
out.
he was finito. This is what a brony is. A fan of the show My Little Pony. Friendship is magic. Often male but female fans are not uncommon. Bronies usually show a want to be accepted as normal people, but don't appear to realize that to be treated the same as everyone else, they need to stop making sure everyone knows and remember they are a brony at all times without fail. They also don't appear to understand that most people don't appreciate the internet being taken over by their fandom, which is another main cause for the hate of bronies.
Well,
My
and
little brony. Is that what he's saying? That's what
I
he is?
think I think they also need to have it on to get an erection.
Seriously?
Wow. Well, he can stay in Buffalo then. We don't need him. He'll
I don't
fit
think you
in
do.
in Buffalo.
This isn't a prank. Are you fucking kidding?
No, it's for real,
No,
dude.
this is a true.
It is for real.
I've heard this from more than a couple of people. He would bring girls back to his apartment and he would make them sit and watch My Little Pony with him.
While doing what?
I don't know. That's where the
Hey, that's half the story.
You
That's
don't
why I want to
dig
know what
past
happens
that
when My
point,
Little
James.
Pony comes on.
When somebody starts talking about Taylor Hall made me watch My Little Pony with him, you don't get into details. You get stuck on what.
Turns out Taylor Hall's mane is pink. Who would have thought? He's a natural pink head.
This is a brony. This is a brony convention.
That is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
It would do, okay. After all the things you've said and the things we've talked to you about, this is the weirdest thing you've ever seen.
A My Little Pony fetish? Are you kidding?
Yeah. No, these people just want to go back in time. Bondzee, were you
so
going to say something?
specific.
Yeah, what's up with the dude in the back right corner? He kind of doesn't fit in there.
Who, this guy here with the mask?
The white.
That's Lachlan.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the guy that's hanging
Doing
out
his
just
research.
to see if he can sexually assault a couple of people when they're not looking. That's what that guy's doing.
Wow.
Every brony group
Not
has
fitting in there.
one or two bronies that
Everybody's
are just
like
in it
Rainbow
for the
Bright.
assaults.
The only explanation I have outside of the fact that he actually is a brony is that maybe a couple of his teammates started to like feed that rumor, and then it just got legs and it got in and around the community. So, I mean, it could be his buddies playing a prank on him, but I don't think so. I think he legitimately is.
Yeah, but you at least have to modernize. Someone get that motherfucker some shimmer and shine, for Christ's sakes. Like, My Little Pony is whack. It's like from the, I don't know. Every little pony, you ever been to someone's house and they have a My Little Pony? There's always like a weird stain on it. I don't know. It's weird.
No.
Yeah. They
Like
stain
never?
easily. I don't know. They
No.
stain easily. I don't let my kids touch other people's toys. I'm all worried about that shit. So.
Yeah. Well, you should.
Little-
You should be worried about it. I don't think you can assert that Taylor Hall's a brony, and he's not coming to Toronto. By the way, that was the rumor that we cleared up. Is that the Leafs can't afford Taylor Hall, so they're going to try and.
No,
do a
there's
couple
no
of other
room.
things.
They'd have to get
No.
rid of a piece in order to take that salary on, right?
They can't
So-
afford to have a brony on the team with our press. Think about it.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Right?
Imagine the suicide that he would commit. Like his career's not already in the shitter. Imagine if he was really a brony and we broke it.
If I was a reporter in Toronto, I would legitimately, I swear to God, I would go to every press conference wearing a My Little Pony hat or something every time I asked Taylor Hall questions. Just put it on.
I would just ask him straight out, like, what's with the pony shit? Like,
No. It's more fun if you just put like a little pony hat on, and then ask him like legitimate hockey questions.
one of his teammates is going to put a My Little Pony in his stall and just he'll walk in. That guy's going to explode one day.
I would do that. I would put on a
know you
brony
would.
outfit and pretend like I wasn't wearing it. Like, Taylor,
I'm
tell
Italian.
me about your issues in the third period.
Thank you, Dean. That's the way to do this.
Oh yeah. He'd be like this.
Oh my God! If you got a hat trick, we'd throw My Little Ponies on the ice.
Taylor, you had a goal and 2 assists tonight. What was different for you? And you're wearing the outfit. And you're like this. And he's like this. Taylor.
Oh my God!
The microphone
No,
itself is a My Little Pony.
Now I want.
Oh, don't mind my My Little Pony decal on the microphone, Mr. Hall. How was your hat trick tonight?
You know how guys put like names on their sticks? He's just got a pony. Oh, that's Taylor's.
Oh,
We
now
shouldn't
I
be
hope
making
he
fun
is.
of him though.
No,
Look
because
at
it's
his stick, Twilight
No,
Sparkle.
because if
Why do you
that's
ask?
if that's his thing, right? Then he's allowed to have a thing. If he likes My Little Pony, if he's a brony, and that's good for him. And his therapist says, "Yeah, you're not weird." Then fine.
Well, then the
Right?
therapist.
It
needs
is
to be
very
fired.
specific, like James said.
It is.
Okay, fine. It's really about the parent company, Mattel. Okay, I just it doesn't make any sense to me.
Apparently, it's a thing, James. I don't know why. I can't explain it.
I believe
Do you
I
have a
just signed
kink?
it.
Do you
It's
have a
fucked
kink,
up.
James? You've got kink.
Of
You know
course I do.
kink.
I got millions of them, but they don't revolve around products. Like these. I have an
Kid
Ewok
shows.
fetish. I don't know. Is interracial
I'm
porn the
super
same thing as
thankful-
My Little Pony?
What's that, Bondzee?
I'm super thankful I don't need to see a little kid's pony to be able to get a rod on.
Yeah.
I'm
Now you make
really,
it
really
sound
thankful
filthy.
for that.
Yeah, you know what? Let's finish this with what
That's-
we're grateful for. Bonzee's grateful he doesn't need a kid's toy to get a boner.
Hell yeah. And on that
When they're
note,
going into
we're
Toys
all
R Us,
grateful for
really
that,
creepy.
Bondzee.
Yeah. What are you grateful for today, Loch? What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful that Dean Blundell doesn't force concrete evidence on me before I bring stuff up on the.
I'm
No, you can't
grateful
bring
that
that on the
hearsay.
pod. I'm bringing it
grateful
up. I told him.
hearsay is news here.
You stole my thing, Lachlan.
James, what are you?
Do you have any
grateful for?
proof? No, I don't. I'm
I
still
think
bringing it up.
I
though.
think I'm grateful that I got to tell thousands of people that I think Elvis is a racist pedophile. I think that was pretty cool.
and your acid brewing in the garage for the weekend.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
And
Well,
a
listen.
wife with a driver's license.
Yeah, yeah. When you're done this, get your wife to take you to the corner store for a Slurpee, bud.
She has a really hard time blowing me while she drives.
Okay.
Jesus, bud.
These are mild jokes, guys. I don't know what the big problem is.
It's funny because she's the one driving.
Yeah, that's right. Very good, Locke. Very, very good, Dean.
Man.
She'll do one of these. I got
Dean, what are you grateful for?
I got it. Nothing.
The first true answer out of the four of us.
Wait, your kid got a new job today at a pretty special spot, which you
that's
might
not
be able
my
to take
job.
advantage
I
of.
know he got a job at a cannabis shop. I'm really happy about. He loves the plant, loves all that stuff. But that's like as I said to him today. I'm like, dude, that's just life. Like you got to go all that
Discount
stuff. You
for
gotta go
dad.
do life. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the second thing was like, what's the staff discount like?
Yeah.
Does it apply to edibles? Yes or no? No, listen, grateful that you guys could be here for sure. Bondzee, you do a great job. Where can people find you and watch your journeys as you take control of the United States during the midlife crisis tour?
Yeah, so YouTube, Tripping with Bondzee. It's really taking off on there. And then my TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram is at Bondzee Live. And I'm new to TikTok within the past 10 days or so, and I've been killing it. I've got 2 videos that are over 100,000 views. I'm just having a lot of fun with it, you know?
Follow Jimmy, James P. White 0.
I'm gonna do a collaboration with him. I'm gonna find a bunny outfit, and we're gonna hop around together this weekend and collab on TikTok.
I love it. I love it. I'll let him know.
Locke, appreciate you being here. Check out Bondzee too, at Trippin' with Bondzee, or what's your Twitter handle? Where can people follow you on Twitter?
With Bondzee on YouTube, and then at Bondzee Live for the rest of it.
All right, there you go. Thanks, Bondzee. Locke, you're going to go drink with Jimmy right now, aren't you?
We have an event tonight, kind of. We're not really allowed to have we had this bracket, Edmonton's Best Dive Bar, through the month of March, and then the winning bar. We're just going to go down and have a couple of drinks tonight. So
I don't think you would ever get COVID at an Edmonton dive bar, so you're fine. You'll be okay.
This is a great dive bar because the last time I went was a couple of months back, and there was a guy at the bar with an oxygen tank. I just kid you not, and I'm like, this place is awesome. I don't even know why.
Those
Just
guys are the
ironically,
best.
like why is he there, right? Anyway, I'm not too concerned. We're gonna do the COVID thing, and we're gonna wear our masks and all that. But it's just sort of a show up. We've got a certificate for them. Mm-hmm. It'll be fun. By the way, I need to know if Ryan jumped off because of the Bronny conversation. We'll have to follow up on that.
He sent me a text. He said, "Sorry, I had to jump," and I said, he goes, "And I had to pick up the family. Just crunch time, nothing more."
Okay. So it had nothing to do with the Bronny conversation.
Yeah, I thought it did too. I really did.
Yeah, it was announced at a worse time.
Yeah, dude. I started to get all sweaty. I'm like, "Oh, he's a Bronny." We just unwittingly outed Ryan as a Bronny. Ryan Hank from the PP1 podcast.
Maybe he's a
Maybe
he's a Care Bear fetishist, and they have this rivalry, right?
Okay, that's
like
the
the
thing
Care
too.
Bears ones and the My Little Pony ones, like fish people and deadheads, you know?
Yeah, dude,
They
that's
don't
the
like each
thing.
other.
Right? Locke's right. There are Care Bear fetishes out there too.
There's lots of the furry community, man. Like it's a big thing. It's
Yeah,
I'm
you
telling
want to keep an eye on their IP addresses and browsers for sure.
These guys need to start getting normal fetishes and wear diapers.
Yeah, that's true. What are you doing? I shit myself. That's hot.
Oh, fuck.
All right, man. Loch and Cross, James D. Fiore from Blackball Media, blackballmedia.ca. Listen, buddy, go oil your bike chain.
I don't ride a bike. I walk. I get picked up. People drive me places. Do you have any idea?
Sorry, bro.
The clout that I have in this community. I'm a big
Worst
fish in a
friend
little pond
ever.
out here, my friend.
Worst friend ever.
I give people
always.
weed and stuff for driving me places. Yeah, I got pounds
give
of
you.
shit. Why not give it away?
Yeah, use it to get rides. Weed
Right.
Uber. It's the best. The kind of people that will drive you around for a bag of weed will probably get you to your destination safely.
Their names
no
are
problem.
Terry. They have a deep Ottawa Valley accent, and we have good conversations. It's great.
All right. Well, listen, appreciate you being here at James D. Fiore on Twitter and at Lachlan Cross on Twitter.
We're trying to get Bert
Bondzee-
Kreisler on too. Go retweet my tweet about Bert.
Bert
Trying to get
Kreisler
him
from
on.
Two Bears, One Cave?
Yes. I'd love
I
to.
tried my best.
I
I
saw
thought I would like reverse psychology that shit. You probably didn't like that tweet, did you?
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, anything to get an attention, right? I think Bert's the kind of guy that might jump on this fucking pod. Honestly.
Well, I think he likes really good content. So we have a good show and everything, but Frankenstein's Lab, those two black dudes that review comedy acts.
Yeah.
He just found them on YouTube and just invited them on their show because he liked their shit. So
yeah, but that's why I legitimately think that he's the kind of guy that we could get. That's why I wanted to. And I do love his pod. Him and Tom's hilarious. Oh my God.
Yeah, we're
Tom
trying to
Segura.
get him on too. But we have next week. What do we got next week? We got a fucking ton of whatever. I'll put out a promo on Friday. Have a great day, everybody. And Good Friday to everybody too. If you celebrate and you're a Christian, just
Happy Bunny weekend.
want to just
Dallas,
put it out.
Texas.
Jesus is
You in
dead.
Dallas, Texas this weekend?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll be there tomorrow afternoon,
Oh, sorry.
and we'll be there for about a week. Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth area, coming in hot for them. Lots going on there, so I can't wait to share some stories with you guys.
You should go to
Hey,
Austin and
Bondzee.
crash Joe Rogan's studio.
I'm
Just
going
see
to
what
try.
happens.
I've reached out to him, but he's pretty tough to get hold of and stuff. He's on lockdown.
Just beep your horn continuously right outside his office. He'll come.
Or just go stand at the front door and say a bunch of sexist weird shit. They'll let you in.
You're my bro.
I'll bring some elk meat, and that should get me in for sure.
Guys, have a good one.
Thanks.
Thanks for having-
Have a good day, fellas. James
Thanks,
D. Fiore, Lachlan Cross, Bondzee, Ryan Hank. Thanks to everybody for being part of the podcast today. It was fun. Don't forget, you can follow us at deanblundell.com. You can sign up for our newsletter there as well. Thank you to our sponsors and friends over at domination.com. If you're doing content and you have no idea what you're doing, dmntn.com for promos, clips, all that stuff. It's unbelievably easy, super cool, very free to try, and you can take care of all your production in minutes. dmntn.com. Our friends over at Blue Microphones, part of the Blue Network, the deanblundell.com podcast network. Because you love to sound good, you got to get some Blue Microphone stuff. Go to at Blue Microphones on Twitter. I think it's at Blue Microphones on Twitter, and www with the three W's, World Wide Web. That's what it stands for. BlueMic.com. Check out the MoFi headphones, which is what I got. Slow-fi. It doesn't sound good, does it? I messed it up. And the Blue Yeti X microphones, which I'm using here. It's got the USB ports, super easy to use, even if you're just using the software from your computer or a tower. You don't need any other equipment. So they're awesome. They got a ton of stuff. Thanks to our friends over at Blue. We appreciate it. I want to thank also our friends at Ed's Fine Imports in his Gitch premium underwear. You get 4 for the price of 3 when you use promo code GITCH3. Go to edsfineimports.com now. Unbelievable stuff. They're right here. They'll send you 4. They'll just send them to you. If you need Gitch, edsfineimports.com. Gitch, then the number 3. That's your promo code. You get an extra pair for free when you order 3. And last but not least, our friends over at Black Rose Organics, better medicine at a better price. We're going to talk cannabis with them next week and kind of unload the plan as far as what we're going to be doing to help you get some sleep or get up or get off stuff or just fucking live a happier lifestyle. BlackRoseOrganics.com for more information. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you Monday, Tuesday. Bye.
I'm fascinated by this whole story. I'm
So
trying
this is June 2017.
and I'm getting drunk.
Yeah.
We drink during these shows, some of us.